Hello, Cockatiel lover. What a joy to have you here with me today. If you're also enchanted by these incredible birds, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. Shall we begin? Have you ever stopped to observe your cockatiel trying to imitate sounds around them? That soft whistle, that attempt to repeat a melody you hum without realizing? This isn't just cute, it's a sign that your bird is communicating with you in a unique and profound way. Cockatiels possess an impressive vocal ability. Unlike many other birds, they can learn complete melodies, complex whistles, and even imitate environmental sounds. But what makes this even more special is that each cockatiel has their own musical personality. Some prefer soft and repetitive melodies, others enjoy more lively and rhythmic sounds. The vocal learning process begins very early in these birds' lives. From chicks, they observe and listen to everything around them with impressive attention. It's as if they're recording every sound, every tone, every pause, to later try to reproduce it in their own way. And believe me, they take this very seriously. When a cockatiel starts to sing, they're doing much more than just making sounds. They're expressing emotions, creating bonds, and establishing their presence in the environment. It's a way of saying I'm here, I'm happy, I want your attention. And when they sing specifically for you, it's a genuine gift of affection and trust. Repetition is the key to vocal learning in these birds. They need to hear the same melody several times, at different moments of the day, to be able to absorb and reproduce it. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality too. A cockatiel learns best when they're relaxed, happy, and feeling safe in the environment. The times of day make a difference in this process. Generally, cockatiels are more vocal and receptive to learning during the early morning hours and late afternoon. These are the moments when their energy is at its peak and their curiosity is heightened. It's when they're most willing to interact, explore new sounds, and experiment with their own voice. The emotional connection between you and your cockatiel is fundamental in this process. When they perceive that you're happy to hear them sing, when you respond with enthusiasm and affection, this encourages them to continue. It's a cycle of mutual affection that strengthens the bond between you and makes learning more natural and pleasurable. And since we're talking about creating the best environment for your cockatiel to express themselves, I've left some special links in the description of this video with products that can further enrich your bird's life. They're interactive toys, nutritious foods, and accessories that I truly recommend for anyone who wants to provide the best possible care. It's worth checking out. Now, let's talk about choosing melodies. Cockatiels respond better to simple and melodious sounds. Whistles with clear and well-defined notes are easier to assimilate than complex songs with many variations. Think of melodies that you yourself could easily whistle, these are ideal for starting. Patience is an essential virtue in this process. Some cockatiels learn in a few days, others may take weeks or even months. Each bird has their own rhythm, their own way of processing and reproducing sounds. Respecting this individual timing is demonstrating love and understanding. Another fascinating aspect is that cockatiels often create their own versions of the melodies they learn. They're not simple copiers, they're true artists who add their personal touch. That different pause, that slightly altered tone, that extra whistle at the end, all of this is part of your bird's unique personality. The sound environment where your cockatiel lives also influences their vocal development. If they live with other birds, they can learn sounds from them. If they hear music regularly, they can incorporate elements of these melodies into their repertoire. If they hear human conversations, they may try to imitate words or intonations. Everything around is learning material for these curious birds. The human voice has a special effect on cockatiels. When you speak or sing directly to your bird, with attention and affection, they perceive this. Your tone of voice, your energy, your intention, everything is captured by them. And that's why many cockatiels develop a special preference for their main caretaker's voice. Eye contact during learning sessions is also important. When you look at your cockatiel while whistling or singing to them, you're creating a deeper connection. They understand that that moment is special, that you're dedicating exclusive time and attention to them. This reinforces the behavior and accelerates learning. Some cockatiels are more vocal in the morning, others are more expressive in the afternoon or even at night. Observing your bird's natural pattern helps identify the best moments to interact and teach. Working with their biological rhythm makes everything more effective and pleasant. The motivation behind cockatiel singing is multifaceted. They sing to express joy, to call attention, to establish territory, to court, to simply have fun. Understanding these motivations helps better interpret what your bird is communicating at each moment. And speaking of providing the best for your cockatiel, don't forget to check the description of this video. There you'll find a careful selection of products that really make a difference in these birds' well-being. They're items that I trust and wholeheartedly recommend to everyone who wants to see their cockatiels even happier and healthier. Cockatiels also learn through social observation. If you have more than one bird, they can teach each other. A more experienced cockatiel can serve as a model for a younger one, significantly accelerating the learning process. It's beautiful to observe this exchange between them. Positive reinforcement is powerful in this process. When your cockatiel tries to sing, even if it's a timid or imperfect attempt, celebrate it. A verbal compliment, a facial expression of joy, even approaching them with affection, all of this communicates that they're on the right path. Consistency is another crucial element. Practicing every day, even if for just a few minutes, is more effective than long and sporadic sessions. Regularity helps consolidate learning and makes the behavior more natural for the bird. There are moments when your cockatiel will seem to be practicing alone, as if rehearsing. You might hear them making soft sounds, almost whispering melodies. These are precious moments of self-learning, when they're internally processing everything they've absorbed. Respect these moments of concentration. Your cockatiel's physical health also impacts their vocal capacity. A well-fed, hydrated, and rested bird has more energy and willingness to learn and sing. Overall well-being directly reflects on the quality and frequency of vocalizations. Cockatiels have impressive memory for melodies. Once they learn a sound, they can remember it for a long time, sometimes for their entire life. And the most incredible thing is that they can retrieve these memories after months without practicing them, as if they had never forgotten. The emotional context also affects learning. A cockatiel who feels loved, safe, and mentally stimulated is much more receptive to learning new sounds. The positive emotional environment is as important as teaching techniques. Some cockatiels develop extensive repertoires, while others specialize in a few melodies that they execute perfectly. There's no right or wrong here, just different forms of expression. Each bird has their own style and this should be valued. Age also influences, but doesn't determine. Younger cockatiels tend to learn more quickly, but adult birds are also perfectly capable of learning new sounds. It's never too late to enrich your feathered companion's vocal repertoire. The sounds a cockatiel chooses to imitate also reveal their personal preferences. If they sing one specific melody more, it's probably because that sound resonates with them in some special way. It's fascinating to realize that these birds have their own musical tastes. And we can't forget that singing is also a form of mental exercise for cockatiels. Learning and executing melodies stimulates their brain, keeps the mind active, and contributes to psychological well-being. It's as important as physical exercise. When your cockatiel starts singing with confidence, you notice a transformation in them. There's a different sparkle in their eyes, a more proud posture, a contagious energy. It's as if they knew they mastered a new skill and were proud of it. The vocal interaction between you and your cockatiel creates unique moments of connection. That instant when you whistle and they respond, when you create a musical dialogue, is simply magical. It's these moments that make living with these birds so special and rewarding. Cockatiels also use singing to deal with emotions. When they're happy, they sing in a more animated and continuous way. When seeking comfort, they may make softer and more repetitive sounds. Learning to interpret these vocal nuances helps better understand your bird's emotional state. Silence also has its place in this journey. There will be moments when your cockatiel will be quieter, observing, processing. These periods of apparent inactivity are, in fact, moments of internal learning. Respect these silences, as they're part of the process. And before we finish, I want to remind you once more, if you love your cockatiel and want to provide them with the best possible care, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Your participation makes all the difference and helps me continue creating quality material for our community. Teaching a cockatiel to sing isn't just about techniques or repetitions. It's about building a relationship based on trust, patience, and genuine love. It's about understanding that each bird is a unique individual, with their own time, their own style, their own voice. When you hear your cockatiel singing for the first time that melody you taught them, something special happens in your heart. It's a mixture of pride, joy, and deep connection. In that moment, you realize you're not just caring for a bird, you're sharing your life with an intelligent, sensitive being capable of learning and expressing themselves in surprising ways. So, keep investing time with your cockatiel, keep singing to them, keep celebrating every small progress. Because in the end, what really matters isn't just what they learn to sing, but the bond you build together through music, affection, and constant presence. Thank you for watching until the end. May you and your cockatiel have many moments of joy and shared melodies. Until the next video, and remember, every song from your bird is a declaration of love and trust. Take good care of them, and they'll fill your life with music and happiness.